Hello, welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. In today's video, I will show you a very interesting way to use a coconut to replant Phalaenopsis orchids that have finished blooming. Instead of using traditional pots and growing media, we will transform a simple coconut into a growing environment that helps the orchid develop more vigorously and recover more effectively. When applied correctly, the orchid will not only develop a healthy new root system, but can also continue growing, produce new flower spikes, and bloom again in future seasons. This is a creative and environmentally friendly solution that any orchid enthusiast can try at home. If you are passionate about growing Phalaenopsis orchids, do not forget to subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel so that you do not miss useful orchid care tips and unique orchid growing ideas in future videos. Now, let us get started. To replant this orchid, the first step is to gently remove all of the old moss and growing medium that remain attached around the base of the plant. This step allows us to accurately inspect the condition of the root system while removing old materials that may retain excessive moisture or harbor fungal diseases. During this process, work carefully to avoid damaging any healthy roots that remain. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After cleaning the base, we will be able to observe the overall condition of the orchid much more clearly. Next, use clean scissors to remove any roots that are dry, rotten, or damaged. At the same time, remove yellow leaves, old leaves, and any parts that are no longer capable of recovering. This pruning process helps the orchid focus its nutrients on healthy tissues, while reducing the risk of fungal diseases developing from damaged plant material. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. After removing all damaged roots and leaves, thoroughly rinse the entire orchid with clean water. This step helps remove dirt, plant debris remaining after pruning, and cleans the surfaces of the stem and roots. At the same time, washing the orchid improves air circulation around the plant and prepares it for the following recovery and treatment steps before replanting. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. Next, place the orchid in a dry and well-ventilated location, away from direct sunlight, or in an area that receives only gentle light, and allow it to dry naturally. Now, I will prepare a solution to disinfect and support the recovery of the orchid. To do this, I will use turmeric powder. Turmeric powder contains curcumin, along with many natural antioxidant compounds. For a long time, it has been used in daily life because of its properties that help clean and protect damaged tissues. I will use 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. In addition, turmeric helps keep cut surfaces drier. Next, I will use 3 cloves of garlic. Garlic contains allicin, a natural compound that is released when garlic is crushed or chopped. Allicin has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties that help protect the orchid from certain harmful organisms that commonly affect stems and roots. In addition, garlic contains sulfur compounds and beneficial trace elements that help create conditions that are less favorable for the development of fungal diseases. If this video helps you better understand how to properly care for your plants, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss upcoming videos. Finally, add 500 milliliters of hot water. Stir thoroughly, cover the container, and allow the mixture to steep until the water cools completely. Use a spoon to stir the garlic and turmeric powder thoroughly until they are well combined and form a uniform mixture. Stirring also helps the nutrients disperse more evenly throughout the water, allowing the solution to be more effective when used on plants. While waiting for the disinfecting solution to steep and extract its compounds, I will modify this coconut slightly to transform it into a perfect pot for the orchid. First, remove all of the remaining soft coconut flesh from inside the coconut. If this material is left inside, it will gradually decompose over time and create favorable conditions for mold, bacteria, and insects to develop. The decomposition process may also create unpleasant odors and negatively affect the orchid root system. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. After completely cleaning the interior, the coconut will become cleaner, more breathable, and much more suitable for long-term orchid cultivation. I will also make a small adjustment to the bottom of the coconut so that it can stand upright without tipping over. After approximately 3 hours, when the turmeric and garlic solution has cooled completely, I will strain out all of the residue and keep only the liquid containing the extracted compounds and nutrients. At this stage, the turmeric and garlic water contains the natural active compounds from both ingredients, creating a solution that can be used to treat and support the orchid during recovery. Next, I will dilute the solution with 500 milliliters of clean water before use. After that, soak the entire base and root system of the orchid in this solution for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Soaking helps clean the surface of the orchid after pruning, supports the protection of freshly cut areas, and creates favorable conditions for recovery and new root development after replanting. After approximately 15 minutes of soaking, I will remove the orchid and use a paper towel or soft cloth to gently absorb any remaining solution from the stem and root system. This step improves air circulation around the plant and helps prevent excessive moisture accumulation in leaf joints, around the base, or on recently pruned areas. When drying the plant, do so gently to avoid damaging delicate new root tips or soft plant tissues. Simply blot away any excess moisture that remains on the surface. There is no need to wipe forcefully or dry the plant completely. Now, I will place the base of the orchid inside the coconut like this. Gently place the orchid into the pot and arrange the roots so that they are distributed naturally inside the container. Then, use a small metal stake and a zip tie to secure the plant in place. Firmly securing the orchid helps prevent it from wobbling or shifting during routine care and watering. When the plant is kept stable, the new root tips can attach to the growing medium more easily, without being damaged by movement. Next, add approximately 100 milliliters of clean water, ensuring that the water level only touches or partially covers a small section of the lower roots. Maintaining a moderate amount of water helps provide stable moisture for the orchid without submerging the entire root system. As a result, the upper roots remain exposed to air, while the lower roots can gradually absorb water to support the plant. When growing orchids hydroponically using a coconut in this manner, the base and root system inside the coconut are exposed to less direct light. This helps maintain more stable moisture levels around the roots, reduces rapid water evaporation, and creates favorable conditions for new root formation. At the same time, the base of the orchid receives additional protection from excessive heat and direct sunlight, helping reduce water loss during the recovery period. Results after 4 weeks. This is the orchid that I planted in a coconut approximately 4 weeks ago. As you can see, the new root system has developed very evenly, appearing in multiple locations around the base of the plant and growing vigorously. The young roots have a fresh green color, and the root tips are developing well, which indicates that the orchid has successfully adapted to its new growing environment. Not only has the root system improved, but the leaves have also shown very positive changes. The new leaves have become firmer, thicker, and noticeably greener compared to when the orchid was first planted. This is a sign that the orchid is absorbing water and nutrients effectively, and that its growth process is progressing steadily. When an orchid develops a healthy root system and continuously produces new leaves, it creates a strong foundation that allows the plant to store energy, grow more vigorously, and prepare for future blooming cycles. Results after 5 months. This is the orchid that I planted in a coconut approximately 5 months ago. As you can see, the orchid has developed a strong root system with many thick roots that are growing exceptionally well. The leaves have also become darker green, firmer, and glossier, demonstrating that the plant is growing steadily and absorbing nutrients efficiently. More importantly, the orchid has produced a new flower spike that is currently in bloom, displaying fresh and vibrant flowers full of life. This is a clear indication that the orchid has not only recovered successfully, but is also healthy enough to enter another flowering stage. This demonstrates that when orchids are cared for properly and provided with a suitable environment for root development, even orchids that have finished blooming or become weakened can recover strongly and continue producing beautiful flowers in future seasons. Growing orchids in a coconut not only helps maintain stable moisture levels, but also creates favorable conditions for root development, allowing the orchid to grow more vigorously over the long term. What do you think about this method of using a coconut to replant a Phalaenopsis orchid? If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel, and turn on notifications so that you do not miss more interesting orchid care tips in future videos. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.